Welcome to Creative DIY with Moondaz. Today I have for you two Kirkland's inspired Halloween decor DIY. The first one is Kirkland's Family's A Little Batty artwork, and this is available at Kirkland's at a discounted price of $44.99. For this, one needs a canvas print or a sign as big or as small as you want. They have a bigger one, but you can use a size that suits you. It should be in a landscape form, a long one. So I started by just using a blank white board for my sign. Now I just used a pencil and just made a slant curve, and over it I wrote the words lightly. This family is a little in all caps, and then I sketched a bat very simply and wrote the word Batty inside it in cursive writing. Next I just took a color pen and went ahead and added my letters and then the bat. Now while making the bat, one needs to be a little careful because I just wrote the word Batty inside with pencil, so I made sure I went around it using my color pen, not touching the writing in pencil at all. And later on I filled up the margin and then the inside of the bat. Now this has to be done really carefully, and if you're not confident enough to do it with the colors or paint pen, one can use Cricut or use some stencil, or just download the picture from internet and then just print it out and use a carbon paper to transfer the image onto your canvas or sign and just paint it on your own. Today I am joining Christy from Christy Creates and Annie from Indiana Jones for the Cheap for Cheap challenge, and all the necessary links are in my description box. And the Batty word just popped out of the bat. I really liked how the end thing came about. But to give it that complete finished look, I just put my color pen more horizontally onto the surface and I stroked just lines along it in horizontal fashion, giving it that little rustic touch, and it looks nice. I think it looks very modern and it's a beautiful sign to use for this decor. It would make a great decor addition for this Halloween. For my second DIY, I'm inspired by the new addition in Kirkland's, a white ghost lantern, a pair of which is given at discounted price of $48.72. So using Kirkland's candle holder as an inspiration, I'm going to make a small one. So I've taken a cardstock paper which is white on both the sides. Then I'm going to roll it and make a cylinder like this. Now the dimensions are say about 6 inches by 8 or 9 inches. That depends on how wide a girth you want or how narrow you want. It can also depend on the type of candle that you're using. So depending on the kind of pillar candle or votive light tea candle, battery operated ones, because this is paper so I'm using only battery operated ones, so that will decide how much size you want. Just encircle around it and take it say about an inch bigger in this girth and an inch bigger in the height at least, so that your candle stays covered and not seen and just the light comes out. So I just roll it and I'll glue it there. Before I do that, I need to make my ghost face here. So I just took a pencil and I have slightly drawn it here, because if you curl and then you can see the facing side, and then you can decide how much you need to area you need to use in order to make your ghost face, which should be nicely visible on the surface of the candle holder facing side. So once I've made my face, which is in the center of my cylinder, I leave the lower part for making the hands and the bucket. So I'm just going to cut this piece out using small fine scissors. Here I have the ghost face, mouth and the eyes ready, keeping it aside. Just taking another cardstock paper and checking for the size, and here I've sketched a little bucket, and let's color the bucket and then cut it out. So here I have the bucket. Now to hold the bucket I need two hands. So I just folded it slightly and I place it where the hands will come and slightly overlapping this. So I'll have the hands coming like this. So I just sketched a little hand here and I kept this overlapping part because I'll extend this like this. So I'll show you how it looks once I cut it. So cut it like this. Once I open it, it's two sides and these are two pieces. I just fold it like this and I will join it here. Now why I made this fold is for the bucket handles. I took little pieces of wire from my gardening section and I'm just going to poke a little hole into this because it's cardstock paper. I can make a little hole in it and just make the bucket. I just need a small one, so I'm going to cut this using pliers. And so once my wire is cut to the size, I use the pointed portion of my scissors to make a hole through this, and I just make a loop at the bottom portion of my wire bucket handle and put the bucket through this and just pinch it close, and I have a bucket or a container to hold. Now I'll just glue the hands like this. I shall glue the hands like this, and these will go on either side of the mouth onto my ghost face, and this will be ready. So once my hands are in place, there is slight elevation here, which is what I want, and I'm just going to curl it and glue it at the back, and I'll have my candle holder ready. So once this is done, I need to add a little handle to make this like a luminary or a candle holder with the handle. So I've taken another wire and I made sure I use this used wire pieces because they have this, bends and looks, which looks really rustic and nice. So again, I'm going to go on to two ends and using my pointed portion of the scissors, make holes on the sides. And then go through these. I'll put my wire ends through these holes, bring it out and twist it slightly. And I have a handle for my luminary or candle holder. I really love how my little ghost lantern turned out to be. So as I said, customize and make it your own in your own size, or give different thing in the ghost hands, give different expressions to the face and sizes. I love how the light shines through the face of the ghost. It's so pretty. Now these are the lanterns that I made as a high-end decor dupe last year. I'll make sure to link the video in the card above as well as in my description box to see how easy this was. And this is a high-end dupe, so you save so much money making these lanterns. And I think my little ghost lantern of today has added to this collection, and they'll make a beautiful Halloween decor. Thank you so much everybody for giving your time and support, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share and comment, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much.